Hey there, gearheads! If you love 50s, 60s, and 70s American classics, our YouTube channel is made just for you. From muscle cars to vintage pickups, we bring you history, restorations, and pure nostalgia. Hit subscribe and support us. Let's keep the golden era of cars alive. Join the ride now. Cars sparkle.
The 1958 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham wasn't just a car, it was a statement. As Cadillac's ultra-luxury flagship, it pushed the boundaries of design, technology, and exclusivity. With a price tag higher than a Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, it was one of the most expensive American cars ever made at the time. Design and styling, pure jet-age glamour, styled by Harley Earl and Cadillac's design team. The 1958 clean, pillarless four-door hardtop design, with suicide-style rear doors, stainless steel roof, unique and instantly recognizable hidden fuel filler behind the left tail fin, pure jet-age trickery, minimal chrome compared to other 58 Cadillacs, with an emphasis on elegance over excess sleek, lower stance than other models due to the air suspension system. It exuded an air of futuristic luxury, not just with its size and form, but with its presence, interior, custom-built elegance. The cabin of the Eldorado Brougham was unlike anything else in 1958. Hand-finished interiors, often with leather seats, mouton carpeting, brushed stainless, and fine woods, power everything. Windows, seats, locks, even trunk release. Automatic signal-seeking radio, air conditioning and memory power seats. Unique extras, magnetic drink tumblers, perfume atomizer, vanity kit, cigarette case, and even an electric shaver. Each car was hand-built in Cadillac's Clark Street plant, and interiors could be customized to a buyer's desire with a wide array of colors and materials. Performance and engineering, 365 cubic inch 6.0 litre Solview 8 dual 4-barrel carburetors, producing around 335 horsepower, paired with a 4-speed Hydra-Matic automatic transmission. But it wasn't just power, ride quality was king. Equipped with an air suspension system instead of traditional springs for a floating smooth ride. Unfortunately, the air suspension was notoriously unreliable, often sagging or malfunctioning, and many owners later replaced it with coil springs. Despite that, when working properly, the ride was quiet, soft, and serene, like driving a cloud. Exclusivity and price, only 304 units were produced in 1958. The price? An eye-watering $13,074, more than a house or a Rolls-Royce at the time. All were hand-assembled, making each one slightly unique. Cadillac lost money on every Brougham sold, using it more as a prestige statement than a profit maker. It was Cadillac's way of saying, "We can build the world's finest car." Legacy and collector. Status is today considered a collector's gem, especially in pristine condition. Showcased advanced technologies and styling cues that would trickle down through the GM lineup. Represented the peak of 1950s American luxury, before the excesses of the decade gave way to more conservative 1960s styling final thoughts. The 1958 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham remains one of the most opulent, technologically ambitious, and aesthetically elegant American cars ever built. It was Cadillac's moonshot, an audacious blend of art, innovation, and craftsmanship. If you saw one today, gleaming under the sun with its stainless steel roof, you'd instantly know this car meant business. Would you like a matching YouTube script, thumbnail, or voiceover text for this car too? Number 2. The DeLorean DMC-12 wasn't just a car, it was a vision. Created by former GM executive John Z. DeLorean, it aimed to revolutionize the automotive world with futuristic design, safety innovations, and a bold new business model. Though it ultimately fell short commercially, it became a pop culture legend, especially after starring in Back to the Future. Design, ahead of its time. Penned by famed designer Giorgetto brushed stainless steel body panels, raw, unpainted steel that gave it a spaceship-like appearance, gull-wing doors, opening upward like the Mercedes 300 SL, using gas struts Lotus-derived chassis, with a backbone frame and four-wheel independent suspension, low-slung wedge shape, wide stance and clean lines. Everything about it screamed futurism, especially in the early 80s. Interior, futuristic, yet familiar. Inside, the DMC-12 featured bucket seats with leather upholstery, a digital-style instrument cluster, tilt-telescoping steering wheel, optional features like air conditioning, cassette player and power windows. Cabin was comfortable but a bit cramped due to the low roof line. It was driver-focused, though quality control early on was inconsistent due to rushed production. Performance, looks fast, drives okay. Despite the aggressive styling, the DMC-12 wasn't a speed demon. Powered by a 2.85-litre V6 engine developed by Peugeot, Renault, Volvo PRV, produced 130 horsepower and 153 pound-feet of torque 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 9.5 seconds with the 5-speed manual, slower with the 3-speed automatic. Rear-engine layout helped with traction, but made it tail-happy in certain conditions. Critics noted the DMC-12's performance didn't match its exotic appearance, but it still offered a smooth, GT-like ride. Engineering and safety. Double Y-frame chassis coated in epoxy to resist corrosion, 4-wheel disc brakes. Independent suspension, front and rear gull-wing doors had dual struts and were engineered to open in tight spaces, only required 11 inches of clearance. Stainless steel body was durable, though prone to fingerprints and dings. Despite innovative thinking, quality issues plagued early builds from the Dunmurry, Northern Ireland factory. Business drama and fallout. DeLorean Motor Company, DMC, was founded in 1975. John DeLorean raised funding from private investors, and the British government production began in 1981, but only lasted until early 1983. Just over 9,000 DMC-12s were built. In 1982, John DeLorean was arrested in a high-profile drug trafficking sting. He was later acquitted, which tanked the company's image. By 1983, DMC was bankrupt. It was a bold dream, undone by cost overruns, quality control issues, and corporate drama. Pop culture resurrection. While the car faded from showrooms, it exploded into fame thanks to Back to the Future, 1985, where Doc Brown's time machine gave the DeLorean eternal life. The car's time-traveling role made it instantly legendary. Fans and collectors around the world keep the legacy alive, and many DMC-12s have been restored or modified today. Though flawed as a production vehicle, its radical design, ambitious backstory, and iconic movie fame turned it into one of the most beloved cult cars of all time. Would you like a YouTube thumbnail, script, or short based on this car? Number 1. The Lincoln Versailles was Ford's response to the Cadillac Seville, which had launched a year earlier to great acclaim. Intended to be a smaller, more agile luxury sedan, The Versailles marked Lincoln's attempt to modernize and tap into a new market of upscale, economy-minded buyers during the energy-conscious late 1970s. But rather than an all-new design, Ford took a shortcut that would become legendary. For the wrong reasons. Design and styling. A fancy Granada? The Versailles was essentially a Ford Granada Mercury Monarch with luxury upgrades, built on the same Fox platform. Exterior enhancements. Formal roofline with a padded vinyl top and opera windows, hidden headlights in later models. Special paint finishes and wire spoke wheels. Unique Versailles-specific grille and taillights. Despite Lincoln badging the resemblance to the much cheaper Granada, was unmistakable and criticized by the public and press. This led to the badge engineering backlash that haunted the car's reputation. Interior, looks on a budget. Inside, Lincoln tried to make the Versailles feel like a true luxury vehicle. Real leather seating surfaces, wood grain trim, simulated not real wood. Digital quartz clock, thick carpeting and sound insulation, power windows, locks and climate control, optional 8-track stereo system. While more upscale than the Granada, the interior still didn't justify the $11,500 plus price tag, which was over $3,000 more than a fully loaded Granada. Performance, quiet cruiser, under the hood, the Versailles came with a 302 cubic inch 5.0 litre V8 or optional 351 cubic inch 5.8 litre Windsor V8 paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. Output was around 129 to 140 horsepower. The ride focused on smoothness and quietness, not speed. Rear-wheel drive with a unique to the Versailles 4-wheel disc brake system. The first of its kind in an American production car. Fuel economy was poor, 10 to 15 miles per gallon, but in 1977, few luxury buyers expected otherwise. Innovation and firsts. Despite the criticisms, the Versailles introduced a few notable features. First American production car with clear coat paint. A now standard process for glossy finishes. One of the first with 4-wheel disc brakes. Early adopter of halogen headlamps. So, while it may have looked like a dressed-up Granada, it did push tech boundaries in its own way. Reception and sales. The Cadillac Seville was more expensive, but also more convincingly luxurious. Buyers were unimpressed with the Lincoln similarities to cheaper models. Total production from 1977 to 1980 was about 50,000 units. Decent, but nowhere near expectations. Its reputation as a fake luxury car damaged the Lincoln brand's image at the time. Final thoughts. The 1977 Lincoln Versailles is now viewed as one of the most notorious examples of badge engineering. While it had some technical innovations and tried to answer a market need, its execution felt lazy and unconvincing, especially next to Cadillac's Seville. Yet it remains a fascinating piece of automotive history, especially in discussions of 1970s American luxury trends and corporate decision-making. Today, it's a rare sight and an oddball collectible for fans of underappreciated classics. Would you like a short script, retro YouTube cover, or comparison with the Cadillac Seville next?